We are the A team, and in this video, we'll talk about the concepts seen in stage 4.
Energy. In general, energy is defined as the capacity to perform work. There are different forms of energy. Thermal energy. When a fuel such as carbon is burned, it releases thermal energy. Electrical energy. When we turn on a TV, the electrical energy is used. Chemical energy. When the human body digests food, the chemical energy they contain is released. Radiant energy. All bodies release radiant in function of their temperature. The sun, the stars, a light bulb, they release radiant energy. Nuclear energy. A nuclear reaction produces heat due to the release of the energy of the nucleus of atoms. Mechanical energy. We can also mention that an object that falls freely possesses energy, in this case mechanical energy.
Potency is the amount of work performed in a unit of time, or well, the speed with which work is performed. It is defined as the ability to change energy. The work performed by a constant force is defined as the product of the magnitude of force times the magnitude of displacement, both in the same direction, through which force acts, times the cosine of the angle that exists between the force and the displacement.
The use of the simple machines allows us to exert a greater force than a person could do only with their muscles, or apply it more effectively. So with that we can say that the arm is like a machine, since the humerus is like the fulcrum. Because the point of support happens with weight. So now, the machines for the human being are very important because with these wonderful inventions, it favors them in several heavy jobs that a human being could not do without the help of these machines. By means of these and with their very help, we can dig holes and channels extremely deep, which a human being will relay more than what it do take to manage in just a few seconds with a machine of these. Other help us in the force, as it is one of them with a crane which can lift heavy cars, and others load up to 6 cars together. So that is something that if we realize it is very useful for us humans. But as long as we know how to put the machines to a good use and keep them always in a good maintenance so that they will not harm us in our work. But like everything, we have advantages and disadvantages. One of the advantages, to summarize, is that it helps us a lot. It makes the things more faster and easier to do with our tasks. But a disadvantage is that we can be like so into them, so we can be so depending of them and make ourselves more lazier or weaker. So if we know how to give them a right use, everything will be fine. So I think that they're very important now with these times, that the technology and all those things, but always with the right use.
Levers are simple machines. They help us lift loads with lesser effort. The load is the object that you're lifting, and the fulcrum is the point at which the lever pivots. Effort is the force applied to make the object move. Levers are classified into 3 different categories based on the relative position of the load, the fulcrum, and the force. The first class is in which the pivot is in between the effort and the load, just like in the seesaw. Second class is where the load is between the fulcrum and the effort. Third class is where the effort is between the fulcrum and the load. A lever basically looks like this, a long bar that's balanced on something underneath, and that something is called fulcrum. By pushing down on one end of the lever, the fulcrum makes the other go up just like in the seesaw. The closer the fulcrum is to the thing you want to lift, the easier it is to lift it.
An inclined plane, also known as a ramp, is a flat, supporting surface tilted at an angle, with one end higher than the other one, used as an aid for raising lowering a load. An inclined plane is a simple machine. It allows one to use less force to move an object. Some examples are ramps, sloping roads and hills, plows, chisels, hatchets, and wedges. We have also some which types like wheelchair ramps, slides, stairs, water slides.
A pulley is a system formed by a wheel on a fixed axle, with a rope along the edges to guide a rope or a cable. There are two types of pulleys: the fixed pulley and the mobile pulley. In the fixed pulley, the force applied doesn't change on direction, and the mechanical advantage is of 1. This means that the load force and the effort force is the same. For example, if you want to lift an object with a weight of 100 newtons, you need to apply a force of 100 newtons. But by the other hand, the mobile pulley, in this pulley, the force does change in direction, and the mechanical advantage is of 1. This means that the load force is the same, but the effort force is the half of the load force. For example, if you want to lift an object that weighs 100 newtons, you'll need to apply a force of 50 newtons.